if anything will ever come of this video, but I am starting out my day one. Day 0 was terminus to the 0.4 to Camp Lockett, which was amazing. Had banana pancakes this morning, and now I'm off. I'm super excited. Let's see what we got here. So, what a beautiful morning. And there was where I came from. So let's do it. Look at this beautiful morning. This is day 2. It's about a little after 7. I got going a little before 7 and had a pretty good night's sleep and a good breakfast. So here we go. Beautiful morning today. I am making good time, like 3 miles an hour, if you can believe that. It's some uphill, but a lot of ridge walking and a great temperature, and there's nowhere else in the world I would rather be than right here this morning. We are paralleling the road, heading to Sibbetts Flat Campground for tonight, possibly. We can see Kurt up ahead there, and having a great morning. Down there in that canyon is Sibbetts Flats, where I camped last night. First time cowboy camping. It was pretty cool, but it was freezing. So we're heading up to Mount Laguna today, and there's a little fog bank there, which is welcome, but it is supposed to get hot, so off I go. Actually walking through some pine forests. It has been a brutal day of just being in the desert chaparral, and to now finally get into the pines is so wonderful. On the way to Pinecone Cafe and then staying at Mount Laguna Lodge tonight. Woohoo! Okay, now there's the best sight of the day. Pine House Cafe. Woohoo! I can't believe it, 41 miles already. Yay! Day 5. Hard to believe. Woke up this morning at Mount Laguna Lodge. Now we're off to somewhere. I'm going to try to make an incredible 17 miles today because of water limitations. And also you can't camp at certain spots in Mount Laguna without being in the official campgrounds. Windy day. It's getting sun coming out, a little pretty. It's kind of a rough night last night. Absolutely freezing and windy. But today is another day. Good morning. It's day 7 and hiking into Scissors Crossing. Going to meet up with Petra, who's actually hiking in to meet me, which is great. Look at this beautiful morning. Wow. So much fun. There's my friend. Got a trail angel ride back to Scissors Crossing this morning. It's a little windy. That seems to be the theme, but it's still beautiful and feeling pretty good. I'll give you a little. We're climbing up today. Just came from all the way down there past where that man is, where that overpass is. What are we, day 10?
What's that?
We're day 10?
Is that right?
I think so. Day 11 on the PCT. Wow, what a night. We had trail magic last night. Day 12. We were camped down there in that little valley. I think you can even see the community center where we were at yesterday, way over there, that white building. Anyways, it's warming up today. Thankfully, we were absolutely freezing in our tents last night near the creek. Nice camp spot, but boy, it's one of the coldest I've ever been in my life. Anyhow, so looking forward to a beautiful sunny day today. Day 13, we climbed 14 and a half or maybe 15 miles uphill yesterday, and it was just brutal, but we made it to Mike's place. So now we're heading towards Paradise Valley Cafe, where we probably won't make it that far today. That's too many miles, but we'll stop at a hostel, hopefully get some water. At that point, we could dry camp if we had to, but didn't quite carry as much water as I probably should have. But water is heavy. That is one thing I've learned on this trail. It's all about the water. It's all about going from water source to water source. But it's good. It makes you appreciate filtered water especially. So it's a beautiful morning. The weather is perfect for hiking. And one more look at this valley. There's some civilization over there. And let's have a good day. Okay, it's day 14. Man, it's been 2 weeks. Hard to believe. So we are heading to Paradise Valley Cafe, where we hope to have lunch/dinner. The conundrum is that it's Sunday and they close at 3, and we have 12 miles to go. So, will we make it? Dun dun dun. I would really like a club sandwich. That's what's on my brain this morning. So, wish us luck. Day 15. Started out the morning. We camped at the Paradise Valley Cafe last night, and now and then we got a hitch from a really nice trail angel into Idlewild to resupply, and now we are on our way up San Jacinto. It's hard to believe. So we're hoping to be back to Idlewild in 3 days, taking the Spittler side trail back, and then we're going to take a 0 there. But got to meet Miramax in Idlewild. Day 16. Look at this beautiful morning. Getting an early start today because it's going to be hot. Heading up to San Jacinto. Should be fun. Quite the view. Day 17. Doing the long slog up Spittler to the Spittler Trail. Look at that view. But look at this, I gotta go through. I got shorts on. It's not pretty. Day 20, back on the almost to the PCT again. We're going up Black Mountain Road from Idlewild to rejoin. We're on a blue road, and there's our first little patch of snow there. We're at about 7,400 feet now, but heading down pretty soon. 2 days off in Idlewild was amazing. It was hard to get back on trail, honestly, though. But now that feels good. Making some miles and having a good day. Day 22. We finally hit the flatlands. We're off of San Jacinto and now hiking towards town, towards I-10, where we will hopefully get a lift into Cabazon or Banning and get some resupplies. So it's a little windy, but it was such a beautiful night last night. We had a warm night. I slept with the vestibule open, and the big moon was out. It was just glorious. So here's to another day. Day 23, I think. Losing track of time out here. We resupplied yesterday in Banning, and now got dropped off at the trailhead on I-10 this morning and off again. We're heading towards Mission Creek. It's kind of a sketchy area because part of the trail is washed out, but we won't hit that till tomorrow. There was just actually a search and rescue of a poor lady that got trapped on the rocks there yesterday. So yeah, but luckily I've got hiking buddies now. Anyhow, hitting the vines, which is kind of cool. It's started out as foggy and cold, and now it's pretty warm. Unrelenting blazing sun with no shade. So I got a ways to go. Day 24. It was a rough day yesterday, not gonna lie. We right now we're heading towards leaving Whitewater Preserve Oasis and heading towards Mission Creek, where that lady was rescued. But what's not going right, two of my tent poles have broken at the connection. And the first one broke and I was able to kind of splint it and order a replacement. And now the second one last night. So I think I'm gonna have to buy a new tent when I get to the next town, or have one shipped to me, because I'm done with this. And the second thing that happened was we set up, the ranger came by, said, yeah, camp here, great. Everybody, all the PCTers are set up. Middle of the night, midnight, the sprinklers go off right into my tent. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I got a lot of water on the pool in my floor of my tent before I could zip it up and move it. And then I was able to drag it. But, you know, since I have two broken tent poles, I had to be very ginger about it. But guess what? Today's a new day. We had breakfast with Legend and Bee and a bunch of other PCT hikers. And now we're off. So here's to it being a better day. Day 25, doing Mission Creek. It's up through the rocks. It's been kind of fun navigating. It's you gotta watch your step though, and pick your own adventure. So 2 more miles of this, and then hopefully on to the next thing. It'll be a good day. The glamorous part of backpacking, squeezing water every day, multiple times, but it's so necessary. Day 26. We climbed out of Mission Creek, and oh my god, that was the toughest yet. Very, very sketchy sections. We freezing cold weather last night. I was borderline hypothermic until I got out of my wet clothes.
Come on, man, stop. It's a hydrolanche. You dying?
No. You might get clobbered though.
It's funny, look that way.
Yeah.
You don't see any.
Right. And it's
The
all...
mist came in this way, so it all formed on the north side of it.
Day 27. Doing some nice downhill this morning. We were at the top of the mountain last night at about 8,500 feet, and man was it cold. I literally never, and I had a rough night, and I was a little dizzy from the altitude. And if I'm being honest, it was the first time that I thought about quitting. The very first time. Not seriously, but the thought did cross my mind. Like, why am I doing this? Am I really having fun? And then I get back out on the trail, and the answer is, yes, I'm having fun. But there is suck. There is definitely suck. And I think a lot of the YouTube videos don't do justice to that. But at the end of the day, it's worth it, at least for so far. So dealing with broken tent poles and broken tent stake, and what else is broken? I guess that's it. My tramily has lost one air mattress that had to be replaced already, and one trekking pole, and various gear failures as far as clothing and stuff, you know, holes and stuff. But all in all, it's amazing the gear is holding up as well as it is, and thank God for the Garmin for communication. So I have a lot to say this morning. We're on day 30 today. Just spent days 28 and 29 in Big Bear Lake and recharged and did chores and ate some good food. Met my Tramily's husband, one of my members' husbands, and what else? Oh, got a massage. That was really nice. Had a cool place called Altitudes, and now we're back on trail. We got a gentle climb this morning, which is lovely, and the views are pretty spectacular. Let me turn it back around. Look at that view. It's just amazing. So, looking forward to being back on trail and having a great day. Day 31. We are doing mostly cruisy downhill today, which is so exciting. Yesterday was a 15-miler, which was awesome. Only mishap yesterday was accidentally overshooting past our meeting spot. So I ended up camping alone for the first time last night, and it wasn't bad. Certainly missed my tramily, but it was probably a good experience for me to experience what is camp completely alone. And I survived, so lived to tell the tale. Yeah, so it's going to be a beautiful day today, not too hot, and I can't believe I'm a month in. Got, I think we're at 280 miles right now, so still not quite halfway, but picking up the pace a little bit and going strong. Day 31. We're heading to the malt shop today. Yay. So we got kind of a late start. Lots of brambles today. It's day 32. And the sun is just coming up. Look at that. Yesterday was an awesome day. We ended up going into Arrowhead and getting a malt and a BLT and fries. They have a service where you call them and they'll come pick you up at the trailhead. We had to walk about 1.7 miles up a really steep hill to get to the trailhead off the PCT to get there, but it was totally worth it. And camped at a little like ranger kiosk and a group campground type thing, which was fine, and we had access to water, which was good. And getting a pretty early start this morning and looking to be a good day. We're going to try to hit 15 or 16 miles today. We'll hopefully pass the hot springs, maybe stop there for a little bit. It's day 33. Look at all these beautiful yellow flowers blooming. It's there's a rainbow, but you know what that means. With rainbow, usually means rain. We've all got our rain gear on because it's predicted to rain today. So we're hoping to make it to Silverwood Lake. We spent the night at the parking lot of the Joshua Inn last night, which was quite lovely. Okay, so day 33 got a little bit rainy. Oh my goodness, totally soaked. But the rain gear seems to be holding up pretty well. And I just put a mid layer on, so now I'm plenty warm. So it's getting a little chilled, but you know what they say, no bad weather, only bad clothing choices. And so far, I think I'm okay. We're going to take a stop under a bridge in about 4 more miles, I think. And here we go. It's day 35. Day 34 was thankfully spent at a hotel in Hesperia because we had to bail out. Well, we didn't have to, but we chose to because of the storm rather than be miserable. And it was absolutely the right call. So anyways, we're back on trail today. We just passed Silverwood Lake, or it's over there up in the hills. Now we're close to the road, paralleling the road this morning, and heading towards Cajon Pass, which we should hit tomorrow. Anyways, it's a lovely day. Happy to be back on trail, and really appreciate having been dry and warm last day. So here we go. Just so we can see that not all of the hike is desert. Got a little bit of trail right next to Silverwood Lake here. It's pretty. Reminds me of Lake Sonoma. Day 36. Heading to Cajon Pass and the famous McDonald's. Hoping to get there for breakfast. It's a beautiful day. Had kind of an eventful night last night. We, 2 of us decided to cowboy camp. And it was a nice warm evening, clear, sandy camp spot. And in the middle of the night, the condensation was so bad that it might as well have been raining. And so our sleeping quilts got totally soaked on the outside. But luckily, it stayed pretty dry on the inside. But every time you rolled over, you got a face full of water or dripping down the sides. So that was interesting. But it turned out to be a lovely day so far, and I'm really looking forward to my Egg McMuffin. I know. Hello! Oh, that was a good echo. Hello! So this is a cool train. It starts all the way over there, goes through that tunnel. Day 37. I just came from over there, and as you can see, it's a little bit steep, so I'm not going to walk today while I film, because look at that trail. But I got a really early start. I was the first one out of camp, trying to beat the heat because yesterday after McDonald's just kicked my ass. So we're on climbing all day today for 9 miles to head towards Wrightwood, and it should be hard but achievable. So off we go. Good morning. It's May 4th. I think it's day 40. We just took 3 days off in Wrightwood, which was nice, but we were definitely antsy to get going. And there's supposed to be a storm today, but so far we've been lucky, but you can kind of see some gray clouds up there. It is really steep. We're climbing up Mount Baden-Powell. We did a 1.7 mile hike on a fire road even to get back to the PCT because of the fire closure. And these really tough switchbacks that are pretty steep, but I'm really looking forward to getting to the top and seeing what's up there. And this is our last big mountain, so yay. All right, it's 5:30. It just started snowing or hailing. I think snow. We'll call it snow. I'm still 2.2 miles away from our campsite, and I'm absolutely exhausted. After the Mount Baden-Powell summit, there were multiple other up, which I didn't expect, and at altitude. And I'm done. But I gotta go 2.2 more miles to get off this mountain and get to camp. So just taking a quick break, sitting in the snow. It's day 41, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I'm really struggling today. It rained really hard last night. I finally got to camp, almost 7 p.m. And then we slept until about 9:30 to try to get the rain abated. Our tents are wet. And then we have this huge climb that's just kicking my butt. But I'm almost to the top, and then it should be downhill from there. And the rest of the day should be okay. Finally stopped raining and got to be a really nice day today. I am unfortunately not feeling great again. So I sent the guys on ahead and told them I'd get to camp sometime today. I may end up having to camp on my own if I can't make it as far as they're going, which would be fine. Not sure what's going on. Just feel extreme fatigue, like unusual. This is not normal. So I'm hoping maybe I'm just a little run down, and a good night's sleep tonight will help. But yeah, it's been rough. And I lost my nose piercing, which made me very sad. Somewhere on the top of Baden-Powell, because that's the nearest I can tell from the pictures. But other than that, in other news, hit 400 miles today. 400 miles with my own 2 feet. I'm pretty happy about that. Good morning. It's day 44. I think it's day 44. We just got done with a zero in Palmdale because I wasn't feeling well and had to get off the trail. Had some sort of bug, flu bug or something. I had zero energy and a bad headache, and I just needed a day to recoup. So we got off early instead of getting off at Acton, which worked out really well. But the sad thing is that one of my tramily, Andrew, Big Dill, has left the trail. He had his husband come pick him up this morning, or yesterday, and they left together today. And I'm really sad. It has just been amazing hiking with Big Dill and Captain Kirk, and it's just kind of sad. I understand. I mean, he's done this section before, and so he's like, why repeat that section? And he'll probably get back on the trail again at some point for sections he hasn't done. But yeah, it changes the whole kind of vibe of the family, but it's okay. I came out here alone, and the good news is Captain Kirk still wants to hike together, so it'll be okay. We're having a really great morning this morning. It's a hot day today, but we started early, and now we're in this kind of pretty forest, but we're pretty high up, and it's an interesting combination of kind of foresty, and then all of a sudden you're in the kind of the scrub brush again. But I'm enjoying this morning. So off we go to Acton, will be our next stop, and then Agua Dulce, and then on to Hikertown. Day 48. Happy Mother's Day to me and to all the mothers out there. Beautiful, beautiful morning. It's going to be hot again today, but we got an early start. Just got dropped off from a trail angel. We stayed at the 49er Saloon in Acton last night. They had good food and let hikers stay at their back lot, which was nice. They had facilities. Look at this beautiful morning. Look at this valley. So we're off and heading towards Agua Dulce, and also get to see Vasquez Rocks today. Super excited about that. That's where they filmed the episode of Star Trek with the Captain Kirk bites the Gorn. So that should be pretty cool. Yeah. Did a super, super intensive pack shakedown yesterday with the help of Captain Kirk. Kurt got rid of about 3.5 pounds of stuff. Some of it is warm stuff that I won't need anymore because it's definitely heating up. But some of it was stuff I should have probably jettisoned a long time ago. So my pack is a lot lighter. Should make for much better hiking. And I'm really happy about that. I'm out of breath. Anyways, it's a beautiful morning. Tunnel. Oh, it's so nice and cool in here. Hello! Oh my gosh, it's so cool in here. At Vasquez Rocks here. Wow, it's pretty cool. And we get to walk right through it, which is really neat. So back to the video. I had to take a break there for a sec. So the coolest thing that happened yesterday was we ran into Eileen again. She had stuck with us at Mission Creek because she didn't want to go through alone. And then we lost touch with her and she had to get off trail to go to a master's graduation or something for herself. Pretty impressive. Anyways, her husband dropped her off at Serenity Oasis yesterday and we ran into her and she was thrilled to see us and offered to pay for Kurt and I to join her and her husband at wine tasting at Reyes Winery, where we had lovely flight of wines and a charcuterie plate with cheese, which it was so surreal being off the trail and at a winery and all these people around us in pretty dresses and perfume and here we are in our hiker clothes. But it was really cool. And the wine was actually pretty good. Petite Syrah, shout out. Anyways, also ran into Susan, aka the Queen, and her group, the other bougie hikers. So it was really fun. A little bit overwhelming with that many people. There's a bubble because of the heat wave. So everybody was kind of holed up there yesterday, sitting under the shade, sitting under the misters. So yeah. But I'm glad to be away because that was too many people. And they don't normally have that many people, but so it'll be interesting to see how many people pass me on trail today. We're off to the water source at about 8.9, and I'm not sure how many miles we're going to do today. But Kurt's way up there already. It's last sight of him, around the corner. It's going to be a great day. Just had to show like how diverse the terrain is. So I crested a hill. You saw what I saw this morning, day 49, and now we're in this beautiful forest. This reminds me of Sonoma County. I love it. And we have a cool breeze, and it's just been a wonderful day despite the high climb. And I'm almost to water. Yay. Good morning, day 51. I think I've kind of gotten off on my count. We had the best day yesterday. So it was 13 and a half miles, which is, pretty good, and a lot of uphill, but felt pretty strong, and it wasn't oppressively hot, and I love this terrain we're on right now. Then we got to camp and met a lady named Queenie from Germany, and ran into Kyle and a few other people we knew, and camped next to a family with a toddler and another younger child, almost a baby. It's crazy. More power to them. And then, so we're all sitting in our tents, and then we hear this voice saying, "Hey, lucky hikers." And I'm thinking, oh, maybe he is saying we're lucky because we got the good tent spots. And he's like, "Come on out or you'll miss the trail magic." I'm like, what? I got out of my tent so fast. I was like, I'm there. What you got? And so this, he's a guy that I think his name is Sprinter PCT, and he hiked all the way up from the road section, which is about 4 miles. He thought it was 0.4. He was wearing flip-flops, and he was carrying a soft-sided cooler with sodas and beer and popsicles, strawberry popsicles. It was incredible. It was the best trail magic ever to be brought to you to your campsite at night when you least expect it. So that ended the day. It was already a pretty good day. Really well. So got some great views this morning. It's going to be another moderate temperature day for a change, and I'm going to go get it. Just cresting the mountains, and now we're looking north, I think, over the Mojave over there. First time we've seen the big wide expanse of desert in a while. Should be fun. See a bunch of wind turbines over there in the distance. So, see if we can zoom in on those a little. Good morning. Day 50 something. It's May 16th. Just got back from Palmdale where we took 2 days to recuperate. Kurt twisted his ankle, but he's doing okay now. And respiratory thing going on here. Got phlegm and hasn't been great, but actually hiking has helped clear it out a little bit, which is good. We are on our way to Sawmill Campground. We got dropped off back at Lake Hughes this morning, Lake Hughes Road. So we'll do about 12 today. It's going to take me all day. Going through a little burn area here. You can see all the trees, sadly, that burned. Not sure when this fire was. Okay, there's some of that horrible poodle dog bush. All kinds of it. Apparently causes a bad rash, so I will be staying away from that today. Look at that view though. Well, May 17th, I think. Day 50 something. Woke up in the middle of the night or early morning and rain. Did not have that on my bingo card today. We're about to pass the 500-mile mark, and that's pretty exciting. My cold has unfortunately moved into my chest, so that's. But we'll be near civilization pretty soon. We're almost to. We have like 20 miles to Hikertown. Well, incredibly, we did it. Reached the 500-mile marker. I can't even grasp that I've walked 500 miles on this trail. Here's the sign. Incredible. You can't really do a selfie with it. It'll be backwards, but there it is. And of course it's raining. I did not envision doing this in the rain, but there you have it. Kurt is about to pass the 500-mile marker. There he goes. 500, right there, you just passed it. You just passed the 500-mile marker. Right there to your, look down to your left. Of course, there's another one over here. Sunday, May 18th. Good morning. Just rounded the corner and wow, there's the Mojave Desert. So, woke up this morning feeling a little better, but as you can hear in my voice, I'm still sick. It's not been fun. We're about 5 miles away from Hikertown, and then we'll make a decision on what time we're leaving to hike the aqueduct. Probably tonight, but see how I'm feeling. Still gotta do all the chores. But it's a beautiful morning, and I'm happy I finally reached the portion, because
every hike seems like they gotta route it directly up the mountain, winding around the mountain to get to the top. But finally descending, so that's a good thing. So stay tuned for more adventures of Bluebird. Here we are at 2 o'clock in the morning, starting our hike on the aqueduct. There's the aqueduct. You can really see it. It's a little windy, but nothing like earlier in the night. Here we go.
Just walk that road.
Here we are on the famous pipe. Good morning, May 20th. Wow. So, see those mountains in the distance there? We came all the way through those, stopped at Hikertown, crossed the Mojave over there, and then came all the way up through those wind farms, and then camped at the base of these mountains yesterday. It was a lot. It was like 23 miles from Hikertown through the desert at night, and then the rest of it during the day through the wind farms. But we did it, and I'm really proud, especially me being recovering from and still doing it. My breathing's a lot better today, which is good because we got a lot of uphill to go, as you can see behind me. Came from all the way down there this morning. It's crazy. And then all the way over at those mountains.
Call an Uber. You have your own money. Sometimes you can't get them. Sometimes there's no Uber. Like when we came down at the right.
Well, that was something. Just had to cross a washout crevasse in the dirt here, right next to the wind farm on the way down to Tehachapi to Willow Creek Road. Check this out. Had to climb under that barbed wire fence, go all the way around there, slide down, drop the pack, and then get it back up over there, and then come back through this part of the fence here. Ooh, that wore me out, but I did it. May 23rd, good morning. I just had 2 zeros in Tehachapi, and we're back on the road now. That's Highway 58 over there. And I think this may have been where Cheryl Strayed started her journey. It's looking a little familiar from the movie anyways. So it's getting started. It's 8 a.m. and we're going to be on a 5-day-ish, maybe 6 journey. So we have a lot of water and a lot of food, and our packs are super heavy. But the next stop will be Walker Pass after that, and that'll be my final 0 stop before Kennedy Meadows. I can't believe I'm getting to the end of this adventure. May 24th. Getting going this morning pretty early, 6:45. As you can see, we're back in the windmill area. Listen to that all night. We camped below them, but it was still pretty darn windy. But I got some sleep. It's going to be another big day. I got to get 20 miles in to get to the next water. So I'm carrying enough water to potentially dry camp if I have to, if I don't make it to the water. But I'm going to shoot for 20 just because it's so much better to have the water, and then that way you're ready for the next water, which this is such a long stretch in Tehachapi to get to Walker Pass with very few water sources. So it's going to be a gorgeous day. Give you one more view. Look at that sun coming up. Look at those peaks. Good morning. Sunday, May 25th, 2025. The struggle bus is real today. We did 20 miles yesterday. Just about did in the end. And 17. We're trying to get from water source to water source. And I'm still fighting the stupid cold. So I'm not breathing great. And today we're only going to do 10, thank goodness. We got a leisurely start today. Didn't start till like 8, which was really nice. And heading to Landers Creek right now. And there's a rumor that there's trail magic ahead. Boy, fingers crossed that that is true. I could really use a cold soda. Anyhow, I am looking forward to getting through this Tehachapi section. It is quite beautiful. Got lots of shade and lots of beautiful trees. There's the PCT sign. Yeah, ready for this section to be over. May 26th. Wow, woke up to a beautiful sunrise and going downhill in this forest. It's gonna be a good day. Tehachapi Mountains, coming to the end of them finally. Got a day and a half left. Went from forest this morning to these barren hills, but with lots of cool Joshua trees and rock formations. Good morning. It's May 28th. Oh my gosh, May is almost over. I can't believe I've been at this long. Got a super early start this morning, about 6:15, because of the motivation of, guess what? Town Day. Look at this view. Wow, that is incredible.
So, town day, my last town day. Hard to believe. Last town day, and then 50 more miles to Kennedy Meadows. Wow, what a journey this has been. So today, we have some friends that are renting a car, and we are all going to drive to a town and then meet up with our friend that dropped off the trail about 150 miles ago. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Andrew, and Kurt and I will hang with him and say goodbye to our other friends and spend a couple days resupplying and showering and all that good stuff and resting. And apparently there's a heat wave coming, so we're getting off trail just at the right time. So got about 7 more miles this morning until we hit the Walker Pass pickup spot, and then we'll go have some fun. We are back on trail. We waited till the afternoon at Walker Pass because it was super hot today, and that's part of the reason we were off for a couple days, is because the heat wave was intense and dangerous, and several hikers had to be rescued. But this afternoon, it's turned a little bit cloudy, a little bit overcast, and much better hiking weather, which is good because we have to go up some pretty steep stuff. It's pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's the first pink one of those I've seen. And we got some valley action going on here. This is my very last stretch. That was my last town stop before Kennedy Meadows South. And this is my last 50-mile stretch before I'm done and achieve my goal of hiking the desert section. And I'm starting to get really overwhelmed with emotion in a good way. I want it to be over, but I don't want it to be over. But I'm super looking forward to seeing my husband and son and the rest of my family and my dogs and friends. So that's all good. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to enjoy the last of this journey as much as I can and savor it, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And while I intend to chip away and do the rest of the trail in pieces, I will never be likely hiking 703 miles at one time again. So, yay, it's been amazing. It's June 2nd, Monday, and I've only got a couple more days on this trail. It's amazing, but look at this beautiful morning. It's about 6:30, and I got an early start. I got out of camp by 6:15. It's still hot, so definitely don't want to be hiking in the heat. And I got a little climb today, so get to going and heading towards water in about 7 miles so you can refill. And let's go have a good day. June 3rd. Another tough climb. Look at how high up I am. Woo, that was tough. Still got some more to go too. But it's beautiful. Got started at 5 this morning because we learned from yesterday with the heat that almost took me out. I ended up huddling under a tree for hours waiting for everything to cool off, and it never really did until almost dark. So definitely got an earlier start today. Got about 2 more miles of climbing, and I got some downhill, and then we'll have to decide whether we're gonna keep going or not for the day or camp at the creek. So here we go. It's June 4th, and it's my last day heading to Kennedy Meadows. We have to do 18 miles to get there, but I'm determined, and Bill's picking me up tomorrow. And it's just, I can't believe this journey is coming to an end. As you can see, we're now in this, more in the foresty. We've left the desert behind finally, which I'm so happy about. And the 2 more miles of up, and then 14 miles of semi-flat-ish to get to Kennedy Meadows South. We have the Kern River to look forward to also. So, wow, can't even put into words how I'm feeling right now. But, so I'm ready to be done, but I'm also going to be sad. But this is incredible. Look at this view. Well, there's the Kennedy Meadows sign. Can't believe I made it. I am literally on my last legs. It's a long day. I am so thankful to be almost there. Yay. So, yay, Kennedy Meadows South. Did it.
We've been waiting for so long. We've been waiting for this time to begin. We ain't getting any older. I kind of feel a little younger. Run away and embrace the day. The sun is out, won't go away. Feel the clouds on your shoulder. Touch the sky, feeling bolder. Going up.